Hello, Evelyn McKnight, One Arm University. Today we're going to talk about wardrobe options. Now, anytime you think about clothes, you talk about clothes, it's closely related to body image. How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about the way you look? And how does that affect the way you choose your clothes? I think for those of us who have limb differences, it's another more poignant kind of topic. It really speaks to how we accept ourselves. How do we feel about ourselves as a person? And we could discuss this on and on and on, and there are many, many ways that you can think about this, and there's different nuances about this. But here's just a couple of thoughts that I have about body image and some things that I've learned over time. Of course, it's going to take time for you to accept that you are different in a way. Different in your way, the way that makes you unique. And that can be uncomfortable. Being different from other people can make you feel uncomfortable. But at the core, we need to accept the way that we are and that we have dignity, value, worth as we are. So when I talk about body image, I'm not implying that by choosing, a piece of clothing that perhaps, does not show so openly your limb difference. I'm not suggesting that you are not accepting of yourself, that you don't love yourself the way you are. There are other reasons why you might choose a piece of clothing that has more of, that doesn't reveal that difference so much. Maybe you just don't want to stand out. Maybe you just don't want to be different. You just don't want to you don't want to call attention to yourself. And a dangling sleeve with no hand or arm coming out from it does call attention. So maybe that's another reason. Maybe you choose perhaps a cape over a sweater because it's easier to keep on. I'm missing my shoulder here, and so really open neck lines are harder for me to keep on. I'm always tugging it up. I'm always pulling it up because it falls off of my absent shoulder. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about is open necklines and how that is harder for me and for those of us who are missing a shoulder to keep on. And so when I find an open neckline that I like, but it's difficult to keep on because I'm missing a shoulder, I ask my seamstress friend to close up that opening. And sometimes she has to take a pleat in. Sometimes it's just closing up the neckline a little bit. You'll have to measure it so that it still fits over your head. Sometimes she takes a hook and eye and just closes it up that way so that it can still stay on. I can still get it over my head. So I'm very thankful to my seamstress friend Algene for helping me close up those necklines. So in talking about the open neckline problem, it's a solution to choose turtlenecks, mock turtlenecks, or knit tops that have a very close neckline, fits close to your neck. So then I'm not always fighting to keep that top on my shoulders. Now you'll have the discussion topic or the you'll have to make the decision about whether to remove that sleeve or to keep it in place. If it is a top that I know I will be wearing under something, under a cape, under a poncho, under a big scarf, then I do ask my seamstress friend Algene to take the sleeve off so that it isn't just dangling underneath that poncho. It works better if it is a conventional kind of sleeve rather than a raglan sleeve. So keep that in mind as you're choosing your tops. You may decide not to remove the sleeve. There's something jarring about just having no sleeve. The 3/4 length sleeve, your eye sort of follows along that naturally, and so it isn't such a jarring message that you're missing an arm. Now you do have to be careful because that empty sleeve can get caught in door handles, you know, hooks, the car door, so do be careful when you're choosing that kind of outfit, wearing that kind of outfit. I've really come to love raglan sleeves or caftan sleeves. They're very comfortable for one thing, and for another thing, I think it just is really becoming, it really does not emphasize that you're missing a limb. Your eye flows naturally down the side, and I think it's a really, for me, I really enjoy this kind of top because I feel like I blend in with others, that it's not so obvious that I'm missing a limb. And this particular cut I can keep up well on my shoulders. This is a pashmina, or a very large scarf. What I want to show you is this sweater clip. This is really handy for keeping your sweater or your large scarf on. Maybe you have a favorite sweater, but it doesn't stay up well because if you just want to throw it over your shoulders because you're missing a shoulder. So this will really help it stay on your body. You can still buy these. They were very popular in the 50s, but you can still buy this on Amazon. You can wear your pashmina just knotted around your neck or thrown over your sound shoulder. So there's many ways of wearing the pashmina. We use it a lot. I wear it a lot when I'm traveling because sometimes on the plane you're kind of chilly, and it just gives you kind of a small little blanket. They come in all kinds of weights, colors, designs. So it's a very handy piece of wardrobe to have in your closet. Once I started looking for ponchos, it seemed as if they were everywhere. It seems like it's a very fashionable choice nowadays, which I'm very grateful for because it's a nice layer of warmth. I think it's attractive, and it's easy to keep on my shoulders. This did have a deeper neckline, and I asked my seamstress friend to sew that up a little bit so that it stays well on my body. You can get ponchos in longer sizes, longer styles, but there's also some that are available that are shorter. I'll show you my favorite one. This was a gift from my friend Maureen, and it's made of very soft material. It's very comfortable, and I just love it. I'm wearing light capes now, or ponchos, instead of cardigan sweaters or pullover sweaters. This way I don't have an empty sleeve flapping around. They're comfortable, you know, attractive. I really enjoy wearing them. The only drawback is if I'm wearing this and then I have to put on an outer coat or an outer cape in the wintertime to get to my car, to get wherever I'm going, then that's like an extra layer of bulk. It's bulky. You're sort of tugging things around to get it in the right alignment. But I think the trade-off is worthwhile. So thank you for joining me today and sharing with me these wardrobe ideas that I have. I would love to hear how you develop your wardrobe and what you have found easy and how you have perhaps needed some alterations. So please join, subscribe, make comments. Let's have a community conversation about this. We'll see you again next time. Thanks very much. One Arm University.